Anybody ever read steampunk novels? I've never read one myself, but I'd love to give it a shot. I bet there are really cool and awesome things to read. Though, now I need to get going full steam ahead. Hello and welcome, this is Panda from Panda Gaming, and today I have a really special Steamforged treat. We'll be reviewing SteamWorld Hiest, a game developed by Image & Form, released by Rising Star Games in June of 2016. It just lights my boilers to see the game that is much futuristic as it is steampunk. The game currently is out on a variety of platforms including Steam, and it costs about $15. As we get ready, let's make sure we're building steam and grabbing our weapons in order to continue on in our journey toward the finish line as we continue on in our review. In the game, you play as Captain Piper Faraday, a smuggler and occasional pirate whom is now in a battle between the Scrappers and the Royalist Empire, as she sets off on a space adventure for fame, fortune, and glory. Beware, though, of a distant evil that slumbers in the depths of space. The game follows Piper and her band of misfits as they travel throughout the galaxy and universe, searching for water, weapons, loot, and other items. The cinematics in the game are presented in an old-fashioned newsreel style which very much matches the game's steampunk feel and theme. I like the style and flair this adds to the storytelling ability that this game has. Though in-game cinematics are presented in a style similar to Zelda, where there is a general sound that serves as a character's voice and there's text to indicate what they're saying. While there are two different intermingled types of storytelling, I can see that the development team on this game has really put their hearts and souls into making this story as fun and enthralling as possible. They really did do their legwork in order to make sure that anyone who played this game could pick it up and play it for hours on end. What I can take away from the plot and the storytelling of this game is that they created a wonderful adventure that will capture the heart of anyone who begins playing. The characters themselves are pretty well developed, and the game itself does a really good job at telling the story. So, overall, I will be giving the storytelling and the content of this game a B rank. With that all done and dusted, let's set our next sights on the graphics. The feel of the game itself is definitely that of space-age steampunk and clockwork, as new meets old in an epic collision of proportions that are beyond anything you have ever expected. The textures within this game are phenomenally designed, and the feel of the environment is carried over very well. SteamWorld Hiest becoming a unique design which feels both modern and old at the same time. Animations for the game are handled extremely well, as the characters seem to come to life with each animation. The sprite looks like it was done frame by frame to make them look extremely believable and as realistic as possible in the cartoony confines of the game. Effects in this game are flat out fantastic. Each weapon has a unique effect which is applied whenever it is used, giving you a very big treat for the eyes. This game, like some newer 2D games out there, actually features dynamic lighting in the 2D plane, which is actually handled pretty well. The characters themselves changing color and brightness depending on the amount and color of the light within the vessel they are standing in. Due to the amount of effort put into graphic design and the fact that the graphics look extremely beautiful, I'll be giving the graphics an overall B ranking. Chugging right along to the audio, the bar music was provided by an actual steampunk band called Steam Powered Giraffe. However, when you go to board a ship, a more atmospheric arrangement is played, but these themes are still extremely well designed and are a joy to listen to. Sounds for the robots are cartoonish and silly, but get the job done. Going to the weapons, though, they hit with an impact not expected in a game like this, so they are a blast. Literally! Ricochets sound like they're bouncing off the object they hit, and are quite high quality. Moving into the ambience, the sound of steam hissing and doors moving help convey the steaminess of the world around. The setting really comes to life with the sounds used within the game's own worlds. My final thoughts on this category is that the sound was designed extremely well, plays throughout the game, and makes the game feel quite fun and quite silly and cartoony to enjoy. So therefore, I will be giving the sound an overall B ranking. With all of that done and dusted, we will be setting our engines for the last destination there is in this review, the gameplay. Bot logic in this game is pretty smart, and if you make a bad decision, the AI is pretty unforgiving, looking for any opening and can to deal damage. Not that it always hits its mark. In the controls, the game supports and recommends playing using a controller, but it works just fine with a keyboard and mouse, so therefore you do not need to be dissuaded if you don't own a controller. Level design is done very well and is randomly generated each time you play a mission, so even revisiting the mission later will give you a new layout you have to explore. Upgrades and customization. Not only does this game feature unlockable abilities, which you gain when you level up, but it also has many hats which you can unlock and wear on your ragtag team of steam-powered robots. Now, on about the hats thing, in order to get a hat, you're going to have to shoot it off of an enemy's head, though that might provide a fun challenge. As far as mods are concerned, there aren't really any mods for the game, but there's a DLC which adds a lot of content called The Outsider. I don't currently have it, but you can get that on Steam for about $5. My final thought on the gameplay is that it will provide anyone with hours of enjoyment and replayability while they actually strive to complete and 100% the game by collecting all of the items. Overall, gameplay earns itself a solid A rank. And there you have it, a game that is on the whole very enjoyable and very replayable. You will be playing this again and again and seeing with your friends whether you can build the better ragtag team of steam-powered robots. Overall, this game earns itself a solid B rank. I highly recommend it to anyone who has the $15 to pick it up. I had a lot of fun with this game, and I hope you will too. And with that, I wrap up another segment of Panman Gaming on ShadowFoot.net. Be sure to go ahead and steam over to that like button, giving it a click, and if you hate us or love us, then please comment and subscribe. Please do also visit our webpage at ShadowFoot.net. Once again, this has been Pan the Panda from Panman Gaming, and I will see you on the next one.